remember, what you're doing is every time you step out the door, or your team step out the door, you could be sued for what you're doing. ABC's doing a lot of, run-of-the-mill stuff that they're not ever going to get sued for.
Right.
I mean, the fact is that real news gathering, being there firsthand, witnessing things firsthand, investing. I lived 5 years at the CBS bureau in Baghdad.
You lived in
5 years.
Baghdad for 5 years?
Yes. You think I can afford, for my independent podcast to fly to Baghdad and interview the president? We're not investing in real journalism anymore because it's each man for himself in the independent media world.
Why is that? Why has it become each man for himself?
Well, in a way, it's always been each man for himself within a corporation. But you had the buffer. CBS's lawyers handled legal questions. I didn't have to pay for lawyers, right? You shared... there was an amortization of resources. I didn't have to provide every editor, every edit bay, and be responsible for paying for everything. So the corporations really, I didn't have to worry about doing ads for anybody. I mean, even now, part of me is goes into the mode of, wow, okay, is this in conflict with anything that I'm reporting on?
You have to be like a businesswoman and a journalist at the same time.
Oh, without it, you have to be an entrepreneur.
And you have to
be
have
a manager.
the line that separates editorial from business has to be within yourself. You have to have that ethical standard within yourself almost.
And I had the freedom of avoiding conflicts of interest and even the appearance of a conflict of interest because I had that buffer.
But all these people, Cheryl Atkinson, Catherine Herridge, Tucker Carlson, they don't work for an institution. They almost work for themselves now.
Well, you have to, because none of those institutions are doing real journalism anymore.
But has the institution itself become, just so corrupt? Individuals have to be the leaders now, not actual companies.
You know what a Catholic priest told me once? He was a specialist in genocide and in the Holocaust, interviewed over 5,000 eyewitnesses in 18 years. Mm-hmm. And he said to me, not one government saved one Jew in the Second World War. It took individuals. People saved people. That's what it is, always.
What is your price? Because if your price is not your life, then you are for sale.